Hello my friends, and welcome back. In today's live programming video, we're going to be working on Satounki. Satounki is a self-hosted, temporary elevated access management solution/service. Satounki is written in the Rust programming language, and all of these other files that you see, the majority of them are also generated from Rust code. One of the things that I find very, very cool about this project. So today there is an issue specifically in the Terraform provider that I want to address. So perhaps the best way to go about this is through a demonstration. So if I remove the dev database and I just run the API, we can do that to get started. It's been a while since I used Zillige, so Westham is not playing very well on Windows when it comes to resizing. So I figured this was the next best thing, to use a terminal multiplexer to show things side by side. So Control P and N for a new one. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so we do Terraform. We already have initted, so we can do Terraform apply. Interesting. Either target the source of the value first, set the value statically. Okay, so we're gonna need to do a target first. Target Satounki platform company.satounki, and then we can do the full apply. And the bit that is important here is the creation of this storage analytics read-only policy, right? So we create that, we do Terraform plan, and everything is up to date. So far, so good. Now I'm gonna break things a little bit, right? So I'm gonna do SQLite browser, and I'm gonna open up the DevDB. And what I want you to imagine when I'm doing this is somebody going and making an API change or UI change outside of Terraform. And this happens, I think, more than a lot of us would like to admit. This happens quite often, even in the most rigorous of organizations. So let's say that somebody has, what are the policies? Company policies. Let's say somebody has done an API change that has removed our, I just want to remove the whole row. How do I do that? Like that. Okay. So let's imagine somebody has done a change that has removed our policy. So now when we go to Terraform plan, no, it helps if we're in the right directory. Now, if we do a Terraform plan, we get this error. Error reading policy, the record was not found. And this is not very ergonomic, right? Because let's say something has happened on the back end, and the resource that you created through Terraform is not there anymore. The whole point of Terraform, I think, is to apply a desired state. So if the last time you ran Terraform, we had this resource in the state, and then the next time we come to run it, it's not in the state, surely we should schedule that for a recreation, right? At least I think that's how the best Terraform providers work. And so I did some digging and I found this thread. Where are we? How should read signal that a resource has vanished from the API server? So Bumble says, I'm working on creating a new provider using the plugin framework SDK and need some clarity on how a resource's read and update methods should behave when a resource has vanished. We come on down and we see that delete should ignore resource not found errors since this operation was intended to remove the resource already. Read should remove the resource from the state on resource not found errors. Terraform will automatically take this provider feedback to recreate a new resource on the next apply operation. Update should always return error diagnostics for any resource not found errors. This will ensure the practitioner knows exactly knows about any potentially unexpected issue during the update process. So, there's a little bit of code example here. So if the resource is not found, we want to remove it, right? That's what we want to do. Now, presumably, we are not doing that. So we're going to need to dig into the code a little bit and basically, yeah, get this kind of logic inserted into there. So this is one of the bits that we do have to do by hand in the Terraform provider, because every resource is a little bit different. And this one, why don't we do it on the policy first, and then we can see how we can apply the same behavior to others as well, to other resources. So let's see. Create is fine, read. Read is the interesting one. So if error, wait, let's see what the error returned actually was. Error reading policy. So that is here. This is where we added that diagnostic error. So there are like two different approaches to this, right? So you can have error. Oh, do we not get an error type? Oh man, I really miss the Rust approach to errors where you can have enumerated different error types under a single enum, and then you have all of the associated information. Okay, policy get returns an error response, which has an error code. So what is the return type? Right, so I am actually, I'm generating it in a rusty way. I'm returning three things from here. I'm returning the response, a possible error response, and an error, which is a possible error, I guess, because error can also be nil. So we want to get the error response if error response code equals is there status code not found, http not found. Does Golang have const? Golang const for HTTP codes. HTTP status codes. Yeah, it does. It does. Okay, it starts with status. Status not found. Well, HTTP. Yo, why can't I import you? Isn't this part of the standard library? Why you know, IntelliJ? Status. Why is there all this Windows stuff? Why do I need NT status? Why can't I just get status not? There we go. Status not found. So, now that IntelliJ has finally caught up with me, here we are. So if resource not found, oh, not that. resp.state.remove resource, give it the context. Else, so if it's anything other than that error, then it's kind of legit. Mostly legit, let's say. So response.state remove resource. And what did we say here? So delete, we can ignore resource not found errors as well. So we're gonna do the same sort of thing. I'm gonna yoink this. I say yoink because I hit the Y key with the Vim. That one only returns. We might need to change the code generation for this one. We can come back to that. Yeah, I think this looks good enough. So we can log out of that for a second. And I think we can... So, you know, I want to make one change to my just file because I keep doing this manually and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So when I do just init Terraform, I want to rm dev.db and then do all of that stuff. Yeah. Because I'm always removing the Terraform state file as well. And I can even set it up with cd terraform and terraform apply. What did I target? Terraform apply target no. Terraform apply target it didn't save for me. Are you sure you didn't save for me? Yeah, that definitely didn't. So that will be, get the file up. That will be this. Auto approve. Yeah, but in order for this to succeed, we do need to have the API running. So, can I get a horizontal pane from you, my guy? How do I get a horizontal pane? New. H move down? No. How do I split? So I got pane. Select pane. I want it split in half. How do I do that? Alt and N is new pane. No. Conflicting keyboard shortcuts. Anyway. Let's run the API, and then we can do just TF. We'll rebuild the Terraform providers, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Oh, I can just do the whole apply in 2 different steps, I think. We'll see. Flag defined, but not Terraform. Apply help. Grep approve. Auto dash approve. Okay. Auto dash approve. And then we can just run the apply on everything else. Yeah, let's try that. Just TF. Cannot remove debdb. So we need to add a force flag there because it might not exist. And it might seem silly spending this much time on these little automations, but you're gonna see they add up so much. Like the time saved adds up so much. And it's just like, it's a process of iteration, It's a process of iteration, and it's very calming in a way. Just chipping away at a huge problem in tiny little segments. Okay, so the company is already there. Huh. I'm guessing that the debdb did not actually get... Oh, it did get removed. So why don't I move this to just TF apply, or why don't I call this just apply for now? Since we already have built everything else, we can do just apply. Great, that worked just as we wanted it to. So now we're going to do the same thing again. We are going to open up SQLite browser in a window with our database, and we are going to remove this policy that got created. Goodbye. Write changes. Close. And now let's Terraform plan again. Alright, let's check it out. So let me move this to this location, because I usually have on the bottom right, I have my face superimposed, so I want to make sure you all see it. So we have now this update in place. Satounki policy storage analytics RO will be updated in place. I don't actually know if this is going to work, right? Error updating policy. Record not found. So it seems like we still have a little bit of work to do here. So let's take a look at the update function. So if, let's say if, well actually no, so if it's removed from the state, to recreate a new resource. Resp state remove resource. Oh, and then we should return. So if we have any kind of error, we need to return early. That's the bit that I wasn't getting. Okay, so let's rebuild. Then we'll get up our API. Then we will just apply. Cool. Then we'll get up our SQLite browser and remove the company policy. Goodbye. And now we'll see again what happens here. Terraform plan. That's more like it, see? Because now we have this create, and that's what we want. It's not really an update in place if the resource has been found to no longer exist. You know what I mean? So, let's see if this works. That does work. Sweet. Let's open up the database once again and take a look. We have a new policy. Well, it's the same policy, but it has a new ID. So effectively, this is a new resource. Man, I really wanna generate all of this. I really want to generate all of this. So, alright, so we have one candidate for generation here, which is the policy delete. So why is this one a little bit different? Is it because delete does not return an error? It returns an error status, but it... Policy get policy delete. Let's go to the handler here for policies. So... we can return either a policy post response or an error response here. But on the delete, we are returning... Oh, it's because it doesn't really have a body, does it? But maybe we should give it a body. So if we do a policy get, the policy read is gonna kind of coerce to an error response. So wait, no, it can give an error response. I'm just not handling that in the generation. Okay, let's see. Common gen, Golang, delete. So let's see how the delete code is different from the get code, for example. So here we return error response or error. And here we're just returning the error. Because, so when you delete, if you have a 404 not found, that's basically the same as, okay, it succeeded kind of because it doesn't exist, so the state is non-existent, which is the desired end state of the delete call. So we can return from this, we can return a tuple. I guess it's still a tuple, I guess. So we read the body, we get the response body, but here, if error is not nil, we return that error. Error response Here we are. So, if it's not a good status code, then we want to return this. We already had all of this stuff. I'm not sure why I did it like this. Right, I think... Oh no, that is a little bit different. So... if that is okay, return nil. But in our case, we're going to be returning nil. Special content. Because we don't have a response body. If error is not null, return... No, wait, sorry. If it's okay, you return nothing. Nil. Nil is what we want. Otherwise, we unmarshal the error response. And if the error is not null, we return that error. So this is going to be the error from the unmarshalling. We want to bubble that up. Otherwise, we're not returning a response here. We're returning the error response, and error is new from response.error. Let's see how much breaks. Let's see how much stuff breaks. So we'll do just gen. And we'll do just TF, which also includes just gen. I could have done that. Alright. This is looking good. So we probably need to update the vended dependencies. Yeah. Let me cd Satounki platform. There we go. So we want to remove the vendor dependencies, go mod vendor again, and then rebuild the Terraform provider. There we go. So in company model, where are we here? Satounki platform, internal company model. Is it in company model? Have error, want delete. Well, it's not that one. Probably in here. Delete. So this is error, response, error. Company delete. There we go. Oh, okay, right. Still need to do some updates to the code generation. So we'll come up here, and this is going to be a nil here. This is going to be a nil here. And this is going to be a nil here. Let's try that once more. just TF. Error response declared and not used. Alright, that's kind of where we are. That's good. So we bring in once again. I guess we're gonna have to make these changes everywhere. Oh gosh. Alright, we'll start from here. We will start from here. Just rebuild providers. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of these. There's gonna be a lot of these. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Error response. You know what, maybe let's not do it. How about let's not do it. Because I think that we can generate all of this code. I think that we can generate everything except for the schema. You know what? Let's do that next time. We're gonna generate even more of the Terraform provider. And it's gonna be sweet. So we're gonna generate the basic, what is this implementing? I'm sure it's implementing, it's not a trait, what is it called? Whatever the Golang version of a trait is. So we can, okay, let's take a look quickly at what can be generated. We can generate this bit. We can generate this bit. We can generate this struct. We can generate the metadata implementation. We can generate the configure implementation. I think we can generate the create implementation, the read, the update, and the delete. This is going to be pretty wild. This is going to be so wild in the absolute best way, my friends. If you're excited about this, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, because we're going to do it. We're going to generate even more Go from Rust that gets automatically updated whenever we make a change upstream in our API. Damn, this is going to be so good. And it's going to be any time that we add a new resource as well. Code generation is just, I love it. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it. All right, my friends. Yeah, that is it for today. Please do make sure to head over to the sponsor page if you would like to sponsor. Most people sponsoring me on GitHub are sponsoring my work on Komorebi, the tiling window manager for Windows, which is the tiling window manager that you see me using in these videos. However, for Satounki, if you are watching on behalf of a company, Satounki is looking for corporate sponsors, and it's always cool to be a company that sponsors a really cool and useful piece of open source software. And of course, if you do, you will have your name in lights on the README, all of that good stuff. Just go and check out. I need to update these, I guess, since this is all related to Komorebi, but as I say, also seeking sponsorship for Satounki. If, however, you are an individual and you're not in a position to sponsor, please make sure that you are subscribed. Where's the link? You are subscribed to the YouTube channel, where I assume you are watching this video right now. So today we are on 980 subscribers. That's amazing. Thank all 980 of you so much. If you would like to be one of the final 20 subscribers that is going to push us over the 1,000 mark and hopefully into the YouTube partner program where I can finally get ad revenue for all of these ads that are playing on all of my videos. Yeah, if you're one of those 20 people, if you subscribe, send me a message somewhere on Mastodon, on Twitter, wherever, in the Discord, and I'll be very happy to give you a shout out if you have a channel, if you have an open source project, or even just give you a shout out for being one of those last 20 people. Alright, my friends, I hope that whatever you all do today, you have a great day. Free Palestine, and I'll see you all back here next time.